When my father decided to return home, I was really excited. I thought he was taking me to the most amazing place in the world. We were heading to Palestine, to a little town called Bethlehem.
You got permission to film this area?
We were told that it's okay to film here. We just can't.
It's just to see your passport?
For 2,000 years, people have sung songs from my hometown. My hometown is a legend. Sometimes we do things we never thought we would. When your city is being destroyed, what would you do?
بدك أول شيء نسوي تجربة بنسوي تجربة.
ملان طاقة أنت.
الطاقة النووية.
Shine on, my star of Bethlehem. You shine the brightest light of all. Queen of all stars you are, my star of Bethlehem. You brought me all the way back home.
This is a battle with only one outcome. Our victory, not theirs.
The institutions of the British state had set out to tell lies.
We can stop this war.
Virtually everybody I know was on it.
The whole of my family went on it.
It was the biggest demonstration, coordinated, in the history of the whole earth.
A mass, beautiful movement that's gonna stop them from dropping those bombs.
It was off the hook.
They started in the South Pacific.
It was Australia, it was Sydney.
North Asia, South Asia.
Malaysia, Philippines, it was India.
Russia, Africa, across into Europe, and then finally it came to New York.
People for bloods and bloods.
We're starting something really big. Not in our names, not in our names.
You know, size of protest is like deciding, well, I'm going to decide policy based upon a focus group.
This bastard is actually going to take us to war.
The American people do not want this!
It was over.
Back up! Back up!
These were lies. I'm giving them back.
Injustice doesn't go away, it will come out. Blood will have blood.
The demonstrations did not stop after the invasion of Iraq. They went on.
That spring of 2003 was really the beginning of the democracy movement.
That's when hell broke loose in Egypt.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
The first thing people of my generation say is we live to see it.
This revolution has been in the making for at least 10 years.
The people will be heard!
They are listening to what the public want.
They are few and we are many.
If you keep coming back, at some point you will make the change.
Something began on that day that cannot be reversed.
Hello, welcome to Bethlehem Unwrapped. I'm Justin Butcher. I'm the director of the Bethlehem Unwrapped Festival, and here we are at the Wall, St James's Church, Piccadilly in central London, and we've spent 8 months planning to build this replica of the separation wall in Palestine, and 8 days building it, and it's taken a lot of scaffolding and a lot of hard work by a huge team of builders, designers, architects, scaffolders, and today it's gone up and we've done it. This is a festival of hope, reaching out to the people of Bethlehem behind the wall, celebrating the incredible hope and peace and joy and life of those people. We're unwrapping the traditional Victorian sentimental images of Christmas and showing this is what Bethlehem today looks like. An 8-meter high concrete separation wall surrounding it. People are sending their messages of solidarity to the people of Bethlehem by doing their own graffitis on the wall, making their mark. Peace is about relatedness, and so the wall and all walls are a denial of all that is best about humanity, our capacity for empathy, love, forgiveness, connection, understanding. A wall is a denial of everything that is best and uplifting about the human spirit.
This is not any individual doing this. This is a church community knowing what it's doing. I'm so proud to be part of a church that does that. It's fantastic.
We've already had people saying to us, can you bring the wall to Birmingham? Could you bring it to New York? Churches from America contacting and saying, maybe we can now be brave enough to do something like this. And I think that's my hope and my prayer, that this could be a little pebble that will contribute in the end to an avalanche that will eventually bring down the wall.
Starting with John Christensen, who is the director of the Tax Justice Network and has been working for many, many years to try to plumb the depths of exactly what's gone wrong in the passage of time from 45 till now. And I think that's my question to you, John.
The rocks set in very early on. In fact, even as Attlee took power, the neoliberals were already fighting back. They'd organised even before the war, starting in Paris, and almost immediately afterwards they started to convene meetings.
Right, well, you just heard from Maurice that the City of London Corporation is no ordinary organisation, and the institution behind me is no ordinary central bank. The Bank of England was founded as a private bank in 1694. It was nationalised in 1946, and in 1997 the incoming Labour government gave it independence on monetary policy. But it has never really been a public institution serving the public, working for public service. It is in fact a private bank that has largely served the interests of the City of London from the outset. And in many respects I would argue that the Bank of England is the author of most of the problems we face. We can trace a line from 1946, from its nationalisation, through to 2008 and the collapse of the banking system here in Britain, and say that the Bank of England must claim much of the responsibility for what's gone wrong.
toxic tour. Helen ran a toxic tour. This is the second one in London. She ran one a few years back, and its origins are in the US, San Francisco, where this idea of taking the public on these sorts of alternative walks, particularly around environmental links to cancer, breast cancer, is sort of semi-established now. Just to let you know, the route that we're taking is sort of following a story. It's your day-to-day life. We're going to be heading for a shopping mall down the way. It'll take in the wider environment. Kind of the problem with this whole environmental story is much of what we're talking about is invisible. You know, you cannot, it's simply not there to see. So the idea is daily life, the wider environment, your work environment. We're going to end up at Parliament to talk a little bit about why this story isn't breaking through politically. There's about an hour's walking in all of this. Some of it's very pretty. So sort of hour walking, hour talking. And we're going to say a little bit about our speakers at each of the locations. The tour the idea is to talk about cancer generally, but there will be very particular reference to breast cancer. I think that's all I need to say.
Walked into the Oval Office. I had more than $1 trillion deficit greeting me, and we know where it came from. 2 wars that were paid for on a credit card,